Hey there, guys. I want to talk to you about marriage and, of course, money fights in marriage and how to get unity. The reality is, pretty much every couple on the planet, I'm pretty sure, when it comes to money, at some stage hasn't agreed with their spouse. No surprises there. But how do we get unity then? How do we work on money together so that it's a tool that brings us together rather than tears us apart? Well, the first thing is to understand why we might be fighting about marriage, by money in marriage. And the most obvious reason, of course, is often we have different values based on the way we were raised and what's important to us. Some of us are spenders, some of us are savers. Our habits, of course, how we spend money. Some of us, buy impulsively. Some of us just put money away for the future and spend very little. So we're all quite different in that sense. And then lastly, how do we communicate about money? How do we talk about money with each other? Those things can differ and therefore can lead to lots of tension. And of course, the biblical principle around this is the idea of two becoming one. And obviously we think of that in physical sense and a spiritual sense, but we also should think about it in a monetary sense as well. And so how do we then bring this two becomes one concept into marriage? Well, the first one, and I guess obvious one, is open and honest communication. A lot of couples avoid talking about money altogether, which is an absolute mistake because, of course, they avoid it because they think it's going to lead to a fight. So they don't want to have a fight and they don't want to have the conflict. But the reality is you need to be open and you need to be honest about your fears, your concerns, and your dreams when it comes to money. And of course, you need to work together to create a shared plan. Okay, so what is the vision that you have for the family's finances? What are you going to do with God's money that He's blessed you with? What are you going to sow into? What are you going to build as a family? So having that shared plan is only going to come by working together. And then lastly, sit down and pray. Pray through financial decisions. Pray through your plans. Ask God for His guidance and wisdom. The book of James says, if you want wisdom, ask God. And so I'd really encourage you to do that. So there you go. There's a few tips to hopefully limit those money fights in marriage, to strengthen your finances, so you're on the same path, and of course, bringing unity into your marriage. For more great resources, check out wealthforpurpose.com. In fact, we've got a great course that we did with Focus on the Family 2 years ago called Marriage and Money. And that talks all about money and, of course, how to have tough conversations in marriage. So check that out at wealthforpurpose.com. God bless.